I'm standing on an escarpment, a very steep incline, a cliff, here in Okinawa, Japan. A very ferocious battle took place here. It was chaotic. It was an absolutely terrible nightmare. And yet, God prevailed in a very marked and special way. But before I tell you about that story, let me just tell you about someone who was involved in this particular battle. His name was Desmond Doss, a Seventh-day Adventist who refused to bear arms and yet wanted to help his country. Not to take life, but to save life. Because of his biblical and religious convictions, he absolutely would not carry a gun, would not practice a gun, wouldn't even carry a sidearm for his own self-protection. He absolutely refused to take life. He wanted to be a medic and help people. His life in the military was not easy because they were trying to get rid of him. They didn't know what to do with him. He was a real man of prayer. He would pray at night in the barracks, and soldiers would throw their boots at him, and officers tried to get rid of him out of the service. You see, Desmond finally did stay in the military and was shipped out to the Asia area. After a number of battles, he finally ended up in this place in Okinawa. A terrible and ferocious battle was taking place as the American troops were fighting the enemy. As they came to a particular hill, it's about the second or third highest point on this island, the American forces sent one wave of soldiers in, and they were absolutely decimated. They sent another wave in, and of course those soldiers were pinned down by gunfire, and hundreds of soldiers lost their lives right up here on this flat part. During that battle, he spent his night saving the lives of about 75 soldiers. Now, I need to help you understand that Desmond Doss also was very solicitous and helpful for the enemy soldiers as well. He wanted to save life. That was his mission in life. As he spent the night crawling from one person to the next, those who were wounded, trying to help them, he began to pull them across this field and down to the escarpment. Earlier in his experience in the military, he had discovered a particular way of tying knots. And when he would tie those knots in a particular manner, he then was able to put the legs of the wounded soldiers into those particular loops in the rope and lower them down, person after person after person. About 75 people he saved that night. Later, because of the ferocious battle that was taking place, the troops asked that Desmond pray for them. God used Desmond Doss to save so many individuals. And God can use you and me to save people also. It doesn't matter what walk of life we're from or what capability we have. And it doesn't matter whether those individuals who need to be saved don't agree with you on certain things. Desmond Doss was wanting to save anybody, his own fellow soldiers and the enemy as well. God will use you to help save people as you reach out and use your talents to help others. I hope that God will speak to your heart through this experience and through the other experiences that you have heard, and help you to know God needs you in this great Advent movement to reach people and point them to Jesus and His soon second coming.
1945年5月、沖縄では本土上陸のための足場を築こうとする米軍と、それを何としてでも阻止したい日本軍との熾烈な戦闘が繰り返されていました。米軍第77師団が到着したのは、すでに先発部隊が何度も撃退された難攻不落の白草リッジと呼ばれる前田高地でした。先発部隊同様、この77師団も日本軍の決死の総攻撃に太刀打ちできず、ついに退却命令が下されました。ところが、一人のアメリカ軍兵士が置き去りにされた負傷兵の叫び声を聞いて、弾丸と砲弾が飛び交うその戦場へと逆方向に走り出したのです。しかも銃も手榴弾も武器を何一つ持たずにです。彼はこの日たった一人で戦場に倒れた75人の兵士を奇跡的に救出しました。それがこの6月に日本でも公開される映画白草リッジの主人公デズモンド・ドス、その人です。彼はセブンスデーアドベンチスト教会の信徒でしたが、衛生兵として太平洋戦争に参加しました。彼の立場は良心的兵役拒否者でしたが、彼は自分自身のことを良心的協力者と呼んでいたように、国のために命を捧げたいと願った衛生志願兵でした。ところが銃を持つことを断固として拒否し、安息日には兵役に就くことを拒んだデズモンドは、上官や同僚たちからの嫌がらせを受けることになりました。しかしながら実際に戦闘が始まった時、兵士たちの命を救う彼の命がけの行為は、周囲からの尊敬と信頼を勝ち取っていきました。かつて彼に冷たく当たっていた兵士たちも、戦場においてはできるだけデズモンドの近くにいたいと望むようになりました。誰もが彼なしで戦闘に参加することはできないと悟らせたのです。彼の戦いは敵の命を奪うのではなく、すべての兵士たちの命を救うための戦いでした。沖縄戦以外では傷ついた日本兵を手当てするなど、戦闘中でも敵対関係を超えて命の尊さを守るために戦ったのです。ついには彼自身が負傷し、担架で運ばれる途中も、自分よりも他の負傷兵を救出してほしいと訴え続けました。彼の意識は常に他者の救いにあり、そのためには自分の命を捧げる覚悟だったのです。彼はなぜこのような高潔で勇気ある生き方ができたのでしょうか。その秘訣は福音社から出版されたデズモンド・ドス、もう一つの真実というこの本の中に記されています。ぜひこの本をご覧になってください。神様の祝福があなたの上に豊かに注がれますように、心よりお祈りいたします。